Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome back to the Nashville Stars franchise. We continue our journey here in season number 3, and we hit the hardest part of our schedule in this season. And this is going to be a pivotal stretch of games because we play a lot of good teams, including the Boston Red Sox twice, the New York Yankees, the Twins, and the Astros. Teams that are all in the playoff hunt, and also the Mariners, who are leading the AL West. We are here at home at Music City Field facing the Red Sox, and this is kind of a big series because the Red Sox right now are in first place, and playing against them is definitely a measuring stick. Where are we as a MLB roster? I think right now we are very, very good pitching and fielding and hitting, and I think that we can compete this season. Here is Shea Wickham up to the plate, a guy that hits for pretty good average but does not hit for extra bases at all. He hits around 270, but his on-base percentage is actually pretty low, and he actually slugs pretty low, so that's definitely something that we definitely want to improve, the middle infield hitting the baseball. Here in the 5th inning, here we run into a little bit of trouble. Caprilian returns from injury. This is only his 3rd start of the season right here. Through the first 40 games, he had an injury which took him out for over a month, and he returns to the rotation. Facing Victor Reyes, he gets a ground ball to John Dumont, who is struggling at the plate, hitting about 220, but we do get out of that inning. 4-1 game here in the 5th inning. Here's Abdul Herrera at the plate. That one will be low. And ball 4 with 1 out, bringing up Rafael Devers, who is leading the all-star votes for third baseman. He hits one hard to left center. That one will get all the way to the wall. It's going to score Herrera. With 53 speed, he will come around easily, standing up at home. It's 5-1. Anytime you hit a ball to the gap in this ballpark, it's pretty much going to be a run from first scoring or a automatic double, maybe even a triple if you have good speed. Bringing up Jesus Aguilar, hits one hard up the middle. This one snagged and thrown on to first by Marcelo Mayer, who was the minor leaguer of the year in season number 1. Gary Doss comes to the plate now with 2 outs. Runners on the corners now as he walks. James Wood comes up to the plate. 3-2 pitch. He gets a hanger, and he's just behind this one, and it will just be a fly out to left field. So we are in control here as we move into the later parts of this game here in the 6th inning, and Xander Bogaerts comes up. He walks, bringing up Trevor Story, who is putting on an MVP season. So we go to the bullpen and bring in Cody Stajic, and you just see the averages versus right below 100. So if there's anybody you want us to get out of this situation, it's him. He faces Story, 2-2 pitch, and he leaves a fastball right over the zone, and Story doesn't miss. It's a home run to left field, now a 2-run game, and Story absolutely crushes that one, 471, and that was left in a hurry. Bringing up Christian Vasquez, and he makes another mistake right over the middle, back to center field, and James Wood runs it down. I'm so used to having Victor Robles there in center field. He used to run down everything, but James Wood isn't the fastest guy, but he has a pretty good arm. On to the bottom of the 6th. Here's Abdul Herrera coming through with a knock to center field. That one will be a RBI double, a ground rule double. And he gets on base. They end up walking Rafael Devers to load up the bases. As that brings up Jesus Aguilar in a 6-3 game. He has a chance to stretch this lead, give us some insurance here. As he comes up 2-1 pitch, hits one hard to the right center gap. That one will score 1. It will definitely score 2, and it will score 3. A bases clearing double here for Jesus Aguilar. It's a 9-3 ball game here in Nashville. Jesus with some clutch hitting. He has been such a big contributor to this organization. Now remember, he left Nashville in free agency for Boston last year, and he returns this year. And here comes Kerry Doss to the plate, but he just flies out to center field. On to the ninth inning, Kohei Arihara moves to the bullpen here as Caprilian returns to the rotation. And I think that Eliezer Hernandez is pitching a little bit better than Kohei Arihara is. So those two guys will kind of rotate as long relievers and starting pitchers in the rotation. That brings up Victor Reyes to the play. He hits one deep to the right center gap. This one will be run down, but it will tag up a runner from third. It's now a 9-5 game as Yasmiro Petit comes in to relief. Bogarts to the plate. He hits one well to center field. This one's a missile. It gets all the way to the wall in center field, and it will be a double, and they get one more run. They have 3 more runs to go, though, so we will play it safe here. It brings up Trevor Story, outside cutter. He does reach at that one with 2 outs, and that one will get us the win here in the 9th inning. A 9-6 win. It's tough to get wins in this division. We need to get them as any way we can, to be honest with you. And Boston right now is in first place. We get a win here, and we start out this tough stretch of games with the win. So we go up against Boston in game number 2, and we will see Eliezer Hernandez on the mound, who is actually pitching pretty well. His whip is around 115, and that's why I wanted him to start this game versus Noah Syndergaard. But Syndergaard getting the best of him so far as we put up 1 run to their 4, and we're on to the 7th and 8th inning. Still not putting runs on the board. We move on to the 9th inning. Now the bottom of the 9th. Guy on first. 2 outs, down by 2, and Odubel Herrera at the plate. The first pitch he sees is going to be knocked up the middle, and that one will be a base hit. Oh, here we go. It brings up Rafael Devers, the former Boston Red Sox, for a chance to win this game with 1 swing of the bat. 2-2 pitch. It's inside. It gets all the way back to the backstop. And now we have runners in scoring position here. 3-2 pitch, 2 outs. Could Devers be the hero? And this is low and stroked to right field, just ahead of that swing. The next pitch will be low in the dirt. Ball 4. Bases loaded. Jesus Aguilar, 2-time back-to-back Gold Glove winner. 3 for 4 today. 6 of 9 in the series. He gets a slider over the middle of the plate. That one is fouled off. High fastball, 99, that's fouled off. Inside slider, that one's fouled off. This long at bat continues. The next pitch is in the dirt, and it's ball 4. 4-3 game. As they walk in a run, they will go to the bullpen and bring in Matt Barnes, appearing in 23 games so far, a 1.85 ERA. You can't get much lower than that. Kerry Doss, 2 for 4 today. He can be the hero right here with the base hits. 2-2 pitch. This one will be an outside fastball, and Kerry Doss just a little too much in front of that pitch. It will just be a pop fly to left field, and it will be the game. Boston wins a close one here, 4-3. So the last game of this 3-game set will be won by Boston, 4-2. We just keep losing these 2 and 1-run games. A crucial series goes to the Red Sox right there as we move on to this Yankee series here. And after this series, we go right back to Boston to play Boston in Boston. And you see the Yankees are kind of where we are. They're 36-33. You can just see their lineup. They're kind of hitting up and down. They have some good hitters like Brian Reynolds and Jonathan India who are doing pretty well. But guys like Giancarlo Stanton hitting in the low 220s. I mean, this is what they kind of are. That brings up Thompson Williams to lead off this game, hitting a ridiculous 338 right now. Since giving him that starting right field position, he has not given it back. He has been absolutely killing it. Kerry Doss to the plate. He hits one hard to left field. That one will get over the third baseman's head, and it will be a double here with 1 out. Kerry Doss, the young Kerry Doss, he came into this season ranked as a number 7 prospect in baseball. That brings up Odubel Herrera to the plate, looking for a contract extension this year as well. He's hitting about 280, and he has done everything to deserve it also. He swings and misses at that pitch, bringing up Jesus Aguilar, who will walk. Tyson King gets the start today. We give Rafael Devers the rest at third base. He hits one well to right field. That one's foul. He continues this at bat here outside, and that one will be just a chopper to third. No runs here in the first inning. This Yankees lineup, like I said, is kind of up and down. Anthony Rizzo signed with the Yankees, and he is hitting absolutely terrible. 219. Gleyber Torres in the DH spot is hitting 324. So here we go versus the Yankees. Troy Quincy gets the start today, as he has been our ace in this series so far in his second full season, as he does get the fly out that time by India. Yamir Candelario has been an all-star in this series. He was an all-star last year, and he will ground out to first, bringing up Brian Reynolds, their star now, taking the place of Aaron Judge. Strike three. Troy Quincy gets the strikeout looking as we move on to the second inning. That brings up Taylor Tremell, a guy that I like for depth. He has actually been quite improved from season 1 when we acquired him. And he walks, he gets hit by a pitch, bringing up John Dumont. He walks. So now we have runners on first and second. And here is Shea Wickham, who has not been good in these types of situations. He's hitting 260, good average. But with runners in scoring position, he has just not done the job. Swing and miss on that one out. Kurt Zambrano to the plate now. This is a ground ball, and it's an easy ground ball. And it's double play. I think we need to do better at producing runs at the bottom of our lineup. The top of our lineup produces a lot of runs, 1 through 6, but 7 through 9 just does not do well. It's kind of been our Achilles heel this season, and that could be the difference in winning and losing these 1 and 2 run games. Here we are in another one. 3-1 here as we move on to the 9th inning, and Jesus Aguilar comes up. Great power, but just hangs up in the air. Brian Reynolds under that one for the first out of the 9th. Tyson King is 0 for 3 today. He gets a pitch low and outside, and he is just a bit early on that one. 2 outs. So that's going to bring up Taylor Trammell. You know, a guy that has come off the bench and done decent. Here he gets a pitch high, and that one's hit hard to the right side. It will get all the way to the wall. Trammell's got tremendous power versus right-handed pitching. And that one will be a double here with 2 outs. Can the bottom of our lineup produce here and hopefully spark a comeback in the 9th? Bringing up John Dumont, 0 for 1 today. He comes in and hits one up the middle, and that one will get through. It will score Tremell. It is now 3-2. So now here we go. Runner on first, and that brings up Shea Wickham. 1 for 3 today with his middle infielder on first. This one's outside, way out of the zone. I was hoping for that pitch to be fouled off, and Shea Wickham grounds out to first base. Another 1-run loss here in this episode. You can kind of see the trend here. We are just losing these close games. We lose 2-3. We end up winning the next game 4-0. This was an actually weird win. Mike Minor got the win in this one, but we played our B team and we won 4-0. I don't know how that even happens. Look at the middle of our lineup. 0 for 3 for Yogi Berra, 0 for 3 for Devers, 0 for 4 for Doss. We somehow win that game. I have no idea. We lose 2-1 to go down 2-1 in that series to the Yankees. And then we drop 2 of 3 versus the Red Sox, all within 3 runs. I mean, we are just losing these games, these close divisional games by 1, 2, and sometimes 3 runs. And it's just incredible. I don't know what's going on. We just are not closing out these games. Thompson Williams is hitting absolutely amazing. I don't know why he's not getting more all-star votes. You can just look at the list here. I mean, he is way down here, hitting 326, and he's all the way down here. He's got 178 at-bats. This should be well more than enough to get him in this top 5. Obviously, the guys in the top 5 have been at the MLB level the entire year, but Thompson Williams is absolutely on a tear. It's a great story, too. A guy that was backing up Julio Rodriguez, guys in the outfield that are young like Kyle Lewis in Seattle. Then he comes over to Nashville and he just tears it up. So now we go up against Seattle, his former team. They are 47-27. This is a tough Seattle team, and right now they actually give their best player Kyle Lewis a rest. Now remember, when we faced Kyle Lewis last time, the guy was hitting like 340. I mean, the guy is amazing. But they do have Bobby Witt Jr., who they acquired via trade in season number 1. So this Seattle team is definitely on the rise. They are coming. They are in first place, 20 games over. And we return home to see Mike Minor, who is actually 4th in starting pitchers and all-star votes. It's just amazing. I don't know how. Here he faces Ty France, who goes deep to center field. This one is off of the wall, and it will be a double. And that will bring up the new signing, Joey Gallo, who signed with the Seattle Mariners. And we'll see what he can do. Hitting below 200, a fastball left to right over the middle. It was supposed to be more inside, and it just catches way too much of the plate. It's a home run. Joey Gallo's 9th of the season. That one was absolutely crushed. Luis Torrens to the plate here, and that one will be ball 4, inside fastball. Bringing up Julio Rodriguez to the plate. He hits one well up the middle, turns on that one, and now they have runners on first and second. This first inning is still going here for the Mariners. Men on first and second here. Abraham Toro to the plate, 1-2 pitch. A chopper back to the pitcher, and we will get out of this inning. But Joey Gallo makes it a 2-0 game. Thompson Williams facing his former team for the first time, hitting .326, low pitch. Wow, they said he went on that check swing. Wow, surprised at that call right there. Gary Doss to the plate. He hits one well to left field, smoke to the track, and it's going to be another double. Gary Doss is such a good hitter. I don't know what he's going to turn into, but it's going to be special. If he hits around 260, that's a win, because I could see him being a consistent 300 hitter, much like Rafael Devers is. That brings up Jesus Aguilar to the plate. That one's going to be hit well, deep to center field. It knocks off of the track, and it's going to be a 2-1 game. Jesus Aguilar is absolutely on fire. As it brings up Abdul Herrera to the plate. This will be a chopper to first base, and we will get thrown out at first. So we move on to the 5th inning. We're now down 5-2, but here's Thompson Williams trying to continue this all-star campaign, trying to get these votes in versus his former team. He hits one hard to the right side off of his former teammate Marco Gonzalez. That brings up Gary Doss, who tries to turn on one. This one's lifted high in left field and eventually gets run down. That's going to be caught in foul territory, bringing up Rafael Devers, hitting .333 with runners in scoring position this season. This one's going to be an outside pitch, but just a fly ball to left field. Nothing doing. So we move this one on to the bottom of the 7th. Now with a runner on first and second here, Jesus Aguilar hits one deep to right field, and he is just on a tear. This one will be a double. It's now 5-4, but Jesus is hitting the ball great. 1 through 5 right now is tearing the cover off of the baseball, including this man, Abdul Herrera, hitting about 280 this year, but slugging pretty high. They see one pitch and go to a 3-1 count, and they want to walk him. They don't want to risk it. So that brings up Shea Wickham, who I said was struggling in these situations, and I gave John Dumont the day off. I could go with him. I decide to go with Taylor Tremell, who has tremendous power, is hitting .241, a little bit better than Wickham. Here is a outside slider, though. And this is what he does with it. A fly ball to short center field. The base is loaded. He can't come through. On to the bottom of the 8th inning. Thompson Williams continuing this all-star campaign. Runner on third. Down by 1. He comes through. He goes to opposite field. That one will be a double. It's a 5-5 game here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The question is, can we finish this game out with a victory? We get back in these games. We might be down early, But Nashville does a tremendous job of hitting the ball well late in games. Gary Doss to the plate, a low circle, change up, and it's going to be strike 3. On to the bottom of the 9th inning. Seattle tacks on one more run as here's Diego Castillo in for the save, and we cannot come through. Seattle comes into our house and gets the win here 6-5. This has been the biggest hurdle this team needs to get over. We need to win these close games. We have lost too many. We get 13 hits and lose. I mean, that is the type of games that we are in. We said this was the toughest stretch of the season, and we now move on to the next series where we play Houston. We actually end up dropping 3 of 4 from Seattle, so we moved to 39-41 overall, 2 games below 500. And now here we go at home. I want to continue this Thompson Williams all-star campaign. I think we definitely want to get him some at-bats here. Here's a chopper up the middle. This one gets through. And that is Jorge Alfaro rounding second base. Welcome back from injury. So we are getting healthy around the right time, just around all-star break. And I hopefully, going into the month of July, we will get some more wins because the last part of this month has been very, very tough on this team. Odubel Herrera comes to the plate with a chance to make this a one-run game, and he just absolutely bombs that pitch. That's going to be in foul territory, but he does walk. Bringing up Rafael Devers to the plate, facing Lance McCullers. He hits one well to left center. This one will be down in left field. It scores all 3 runs. It's another 5-4 game. This is what we do. We are not front runners. We are, I guess, back runners. I don't know what to call it. I mean, we just play from behind no matter what, but we find a way to get back into the game. Jesus Aguilar comes to the plate, who's absolutely swinging. If not the hottest stick right now, if it's not for Thompson Williams, Jesus Aguilar is swinging a hot bat. But now here we are down by 1, 5-4. Here's Tyson King in the 9th inning. He hits one well to right center, and here we are in this situation again. 5-4, 9th inning, runner in scoring position. Jorge Alfaro coming back from injury. Hard hit ball. Fielded cleanly. Thrown on to first. How are we going to get over this hurdle? I have no idea. Maybe it's just luck. Maybe it's just the streak of games that we are playing. But we just cannot find a way to get over these 5-4, these 4-6, these 2-3, 1-0 losses. I mean, this is getting ridiculous now. We end up dropping the last 2 games of the month, 4-7 and 5-3. I mean, we're not losing games by more than 3 runs. Like, it's at 3 at the most. I mean, this is what we're doing at this point. We are sitting here at 40-45. I wouldn't say this would be a bad record for us right here. The issue is we're right back into the same spot we were last year. Right at the bottom of the AL wildcard, 8 games back. We would have to make a very good run. We have plenty of games left, but we have to make a move, I think. We need to get stronger somewhere. Victor Robles right now is still in AAA. He is our biggest trade chip, and we might need to add somebody. KFC is probably going to be in the minors for at least another month or so. I'm not sure when to bring him up. He is actually hitting decently and progressing well. But how can I trust it? Every time we bring him up to the MLB level, he seems to struggle. Even though he hits well in the minors, he's not hitting particularly well right now, but hitting decently. But one guy I really like, I don't understand how he's declining. I'm going to fix this because he's only declining because he's hurt, and that's Jacob McCarthy. I signed him to a minor league contract, and I want to play with him next episode. He's going to return from injury. I want to see what he can do. I need somebody that won't cost us anything to add to the value of our MLB roster. I need somebody that's going to contribute, and I think that McCarthy could be that guy. He's a pretty good bat. One thing I could do is move Odubel Herrera to shortstop because that is one of his alternate positions. So he could be our shortstop. Maybe platoon John Dumont and Shea Wickham at second base. I might do that so that we can have another outfield bat. I'm not exactly sure because there's better hitters in the outfield right now in our organization than there are in the infield. There are a couple of guys on the trade block, but I don't know if it's worth, giving up a lot of pieces to get them. I just don't think it is. We have not a great minor league system right now. I think most of our prospects are now at the MLB level, so we don't have many trade chips. So I'm really hesitant about trading for somebody. It would be more than likely a free agent signing or, moving up Jacob McCarthy. I think that McCarthy probably is the best option right now. So that's going to do it here in this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And like you can see, as you can see, we are 5 games under 500. The record doesn't show, but we show the potential with our bats. It's a matter of closing these games, something we got to get better at. Hit subscribe, hit that like button. Let me know what you guys think of this Nashville Stars team and maybe moves we should do. Maybe we should make a trade. Maybe it should be for a guy that is maybe not on the trade block and maybe is on, the last year of his deal or maybe 2 years left. Who knows? So hit subscribe, hit that like button, stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.